Hello everyone, this is Numerion. Today I will be showing you an early access title called Darkest Dungeon. Now, I told myself that I wouldn't show off early access games because obvious reasons, but I decided to make an exception in the case of this game because it's something else. So, welcome to the Darkest Dungeon. In each run, you have 4 guys, or party of 4 members in a dungeon, and you try to get through it without everyone freaking out, because that's usually how it ends. You have these rooms on the bottom right here, and on this quest I'm supposed to complete 100% of the room battles. Now, if I want to go from a room to a room, I have to click a room and then go through the corridor between them. So this is me going through the corridor, and in the corridor you occasionally find loot, enemies, traps and other stuff.
Is the trap maker's art.
And as you can see, I have a torch up here, and the point is that the more I have the torch lit, the more bonuses I get. But if I underestimate or decide to save money and bring too few torches, and I end up being and I end up crawling around in darkness, it's going to go horribly wrong. So it's actually fine. As you could see now, the lightning changed because my torch fell from 675 to 70, so I have to open my inventory and lit up a new torch again and hope that the torches will last me for long enough. Now I also brought a shovel,
seems bent on preventing passage.
and as you can see, it's very dungeon crawly. Well, that's not all. There are also fights, and hopefully there will be a fight here, and I am correct. And I even surprised the enemy, so this could be a fight, a really fast fight. At least I hope. So the fights are turn-based, and who goes first is decided, I think, by speed, although I'm not sure. Each character has 4 skills. As you can see, there are 2 things you can see on these labels. You can see the stats. You can see that it's a melee attack. It has accuracy base 80. It means that it will hit rough if the enemy has 0 dodge. It should hit 2 times out of 10. I mean, it should hit 8 times out of 10. But the enemies rarely have dodge 0, so don't count with that. Also, it says that if the enemy type is unholy, it will deal 15% more damage. Also, you can see here that the Crusader, my character, has to be in the first 2 slots in the party to use this skill, and he can only hit the first 2 slots of the enemy team. So if I wanted to use it, I can only use it against this guy or this guy, but I can't hit these sorcerers or couchers behind them, and I really do want, because they are dangerous. Then we have another skill, which is Zealous Accusation, and as you can see, it also has damage modification, and it deals less damage, but you can see the red dots are connected, so it actually hits 2 enemies at once. Then we have some Bulwark of Fate, which improves protection of this character, and Holy Lance, which he can use if he is in the second or other slot, and he can hit the last spots. So this is good if you have the guy you have the Crusader in the back slot because it also moves in forward. Yeah, moving between the slots is usual. There is also a move which is dedicated to it if you end up being scrambled. But I will not use it because it's a waste of turn. So let's go with the zealous accusation. Hit the enemies. Now this is a highwayman. It's a guy with a pistol and a dagger. So he has a pistol shot which he can use to shoot the three guys in the back. Grape shot blast, which actually is a strong because it hits 3 guys and basically it does 150% damage, so it's worth it, I believe. Then you have self buff and open vein. Now this attack has a chance to cause bleeding on enemy, but all these enemies are skeletons, so obviously they have bleed resist, so it won't work against them. But if it did, and I also had another bleeding skill, the skills would actually stack. It means that if you manage to deal more bleeding in one turn, the enemy will bleed will bleed the points added. So stacking debuffs on enemy is a thing, and that also comes with your buffs. If you cast this for one turn and then another turn you cast it again, the buff on yourself stacks. And while I haven't tested this yet, it seems like a really strong tactic with a Jester, which is basically a bard. He carries this, I don't know what it's called. Basically, he carries a musical instrument. Let's call it that, and you get to buff up your whole party with it, and you can stack the buffs. Let's say you know that the next fight will be a boss fight, so you can stack up the buffs and then quickly go into the boss room, and the buffs remain for a longer time. From the Jester anyway. Also I just hit for 1 on each of them. This girl is a Hellion. They are, I don't know what they are supposed to be, but they are basically barbarians, and they are females, so, or you could say they are Scots, and they are fighting for freedom. She has a skill for the last place, which is a really strong skill actually. For first 2 and the 3 and bleeding skill, which is, this is a finisher move because it debuffs you. But let's go with breakthrough. Also, enemies do dodge. Now it's dead. Now it's turn on those guys in the back. Now he dealt 2 damage. That's not too bad. And I said that I don't like them. How come that those guys in the back did 2 damage and I said that they are strong, while this skeleton did 6 damage and he's not supposed to be strong? Well, it's because there are 2 resources in this game. You have health points and you have stress. Whenever someone gets hit, or the torch gets dimmer, or someone steps into a trap, or something unlucky happens, someone will get stressed out. Now, you can see that the stress caps at 100. What happens when it reaches 100? Well, the character breaks. They break into a horrible debuff. Sometimes it's selfish, sometimes it's masochistic, sometimes it's arrogance. Basically, they are not a good party member anymore. Now what this means, how does this affect the party? Well, sometimes they don't want to take orders. Sometimes they will, if another member of the party hits something, or doesn't hit something, they will badmouth them, they will swear at them, and they will produce more stress on them as well. sometimes they will, for example, fearful, I believe it was, they will refuse to get healed, and it gets really frustrating because your character can die because of that, and you can do basically nothing against them once you are there. Now, all of this just shows how much the game is thought out, because it's not like when you are on 100 of stress that you will get punished badly. No, you won't. You can even win fights. I have won fights where every single one of my party members was completely broken, but I won the fights. But it gets even more frustrating because you know that the fights can take that you would win a fight quickly, but because they are stressed out and because they are sometimes not doing the best decisions, because you can't control them all the time and they are broken, they will do stupid decisions and they will stop your min-maxing. Also, this guy is not dealing damage. Why is he not dealing damage? Wait. Oh, right. Okay, so let's show you this. This is a character screen. You have his name here, you can edit it, you have his level, and there's XP bar right under it, and you can see the stress. And then there are quirks. Now, every person in this game does have quirks. Some of them are good, as you can see. This improves him greatly. Some of them improve even your whole party or so. But then there are bad quirks. Sometimes this guy will do specific actions. In other words, if I find a box and don't open it and intend to go around it because it could be a trap or I don't have inventory space or whatever, he will want to open it. And sometimes this can get you killed if it's trapped, and he kills himself this way. Then he's slow draw. In the first round of the match he's slower on speed. He fears unholy. These enemies are unholy, so he has lesser stress resist and lesser accuracy. And he also has... oh, I need to solve this. He also deals 10% damage less, which is really bad. Oh dear lord. Why does he spend 10%? I don't know why he has so low damage. Okay. Then you have his skills. Now, I said that each character has 4 skills. That wasn't too accurate. They only have 4 skills when they are on an adventure. But outside of an adventure, you can unlock these other skills, and they have 7 in total. So you can craft up your ideal 4 skills. But unlocking them costs money, and each adventurer of the same type starts with different of these, with different combinations of these skills. Although many times, for example, every single highwayman will start with pistol shot or open vein, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe just how it seemed and or so on. Also, they have sort of random stats, so they are rolled, and they also have resistances. When you are taking a class, you are not taking him blindly. You know these base stats of him, so if he is really bad, you don't have to take him unless you are in dire need of the specific person. So let's just kill these guys and show off the rest. Now, as you have seen, she didn't hit twice now, and it's sort of what this game is about, that your characters won't hit every single time. They won't even hit half of... no, well, they should hit half of the time, but as you can see, it's third time and she didn't hit again. Well, it happens. Let's just heal up my party a bit. At least this character has a party heal. Oh god, this guy. I need to get rid of that quirk. You can get rid of some of the negative quirks, but it costs money and time, and you can't exactly specify which quirk to get rid of. Although I'm not sure if that's an early access thing or if it will be carried over to the game, because it seemed like a bug to me. Now, you can sometimes find some chests in behind or so, and sometimes I wasted my key because it doesn't open this thing. Also, it's practically empty. Let's go here. Oh, a torch. Oh, god damn it. See, she wanted to open it because she is curious, so she needs to open stuff even if I don't want to. And sometimes there are like books stacked out, and your characters can gain positive or negative quirks from them. So let's say this guy, I wouldn't want him any more quirks because he has lots of them, but she only has 3, so I would want her to have another quirk. But let's say if this guy had the curious, or he does have compulsive, so I clicked here or her to open a book, but he would go like, no, I want to open it, and take it and take the quirk. And that's what this game is about. They are practically misfits or broken people, but they're on a quest to improve, not only solve the problem of the whole story, which I won't spoil because it's actually good, but they are also about improving themselves. Now, I hate this specific setup of enemies, so I'll heal my party up because I know what they are about. Oh, I'm bleeding. You can get rid of bleeding by using bandages, but you have to bring them. I do bring them because sometimes the enemies take up so much debuffs on you, so you need to get rid of it. And why? I still don't understand why he has so low damage. He's supposed to have 10% less, but he shouldn't be doing so little damage.
How quickly the tide turns.
Now, this game also has good music. The sprites themselves are very good, and you can see the soft animations,
In a single strike.
and the whole aesthetics is really good, and it's also 3D, as you can see when it turns the turn from my side to there, and it shifts, and it looks really good. Now, what happens when a character's life drops to 0? We might find out, so I won't spoil it, because I might get there, actually. I wouldn't like to, but I might. Now, before I say anything more, I have to say that it's an early access title, so take everything you see with a little grain of salt. So sometimes when you open a inventory or something like this, you would want the fight to pause, but sometimes it doesn't happen. It's the same thing with tutorial. In the tutorial, there will be a Windows pop up for you saying what just happened and so on, but the fight will go on, and if it's the enemy's turn at that moment, then you won't see the turn. But this is an early access, so take it with a grain of salt. And she has minus 25% damage. I still don't understand why. Doesn't matter. I need to heal everyone up again. I don't know what to say more. Oh, I just recalled what I wanted to say and I didn't. So I'll open up. This is a short adventure,
Remind
I
yourself
think.
that overconfidence
Yeah, it's a
is
short
slow
adventure.
and insidious killer.
There is also a voice actor who is narrating everything, and he has a really good voice. I will try to let you hear it sometimes through this video. Now, I didn't mention these camping skills. So, in longer adventures, you get firewood so that you can set up a camp during the adventure, and it's up to you when you set it up. And these camping skills are some sort of helper during the camp. So, for example, if you had someone who had a ton of stress build up, you can use this to reduce his stress, and it's good. And that's what I have to say about this game. That it's an early access, but it's good. There are some
Glittering
things that
gold,
need to be solved out,
trinkets and
though.
baubles,
And
paid for in blood.
I talked over the guy again. So, as you can see, this guy is on 1 HP and everyone is damaged. Now, why can't I use the heal now? Well, that's the thing. You can't. You can only use skills when you are in fight. And sometimes I don't think that it should be like that. I can see it from the gameplay standpoint that it creates a part of the difficulty, because if I could heal up after each single fight, it would lose some of its charm. But on the other hand, as you can see, this guy is on verge of dying, and I can't heal him up, even though I have a healer in my group. The only way I can heal up a guy is by eating, but it also consumes units of meal, and I don't want to do that because the others might go hungry, and that's another thing I dislike a bit. And now this guy will probably die, or not. I can heal him up a bit, but he's in the front row, and they will try to kill him, especially this guy, this brawler. Oh, they are going for the girl. Good. For the Hellion. Oh, this guy is going for him. And you see, he critted for 6. This guy was on 5 HP. But he lives. He's at death's door. When a person is at death's door, they get stat reduction, and they are at 0 HP, and if something hits them, it can kill them. It doesn't have to, but it can. So you have to watch out when you have a person 0 HP. Now, if I healed him up, he wouldn't be at death's door anymore, and he would also again need to drop to 0 before they could be able to kill him. But I don't think I will manage to heal him up. Also, this caster pulled this guy forward, and this guy bloods to death. Yay! Good thing is that it was a new guy in the party I took just because he was a tank, and I hoped he would survive this, but he didn't. And that's the game. That's what the game is about. Oh, this character broke, but sometimes there is about 1 in 5, maybe 1 in 10 chance that they, instead of breaking, they will become heroic. And when they are heroic, they encourage their teammates and they help them out and sort of stuff. But it doesn't happen often. This is like 4th time it happened to me, and I have maybe 20 adventures gone through already. And she pulled my healer front, and now my healer won't be able to heal. What a terrible thing. I would like to kill them before everyone dies, because I don't want them to die. Although it would be nice showing you that it does happen and it's perfectly normal in this game anyway. And I have no idea why this run is going so bad. Nobody died for me for a long, long time. I'll have to use her as a damage as well, just so I can get it faster. See? She acted without my ordering.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
No. Oh god damn it. Why is it doing so little damage? I have no idea. This... Okay, there are some things I don't understand. Like, this skeleton is at 0 HP. The enemies don't have the death's door, only your characters have it. But I don't understand why sometimes it shows the enemy at 0 HP and he still lives. And same for your character. Sometimes you see numbers mismatching. I do think it's because some of the damage is not... The damage is not in integers actually, and it's in real numbers, so there are some decimal points and it's not showing it to them. It's not showing them to you, but I would like to know that information. Also, I have no idea whether they are literally doing 0 damage. No, well, not literally, but almost. Well, I'm not shooting them for 1 HP. I have no idea. I have really no idea why they are doing so little damage.
A singular strike. This expedition at least promises success.
Now, I don't know if I want to finish this dungeon because there are 3 more rooms. There's probably only 1 room fight, but I only have 3 guys and it really does a thing. But I'll try it. So I should move from backwards. Also sometimes the clicking doesn't work for some reason. Let's just hope I don't encounter any traps or anything. Eat. See? Hunger. They are hungry, so they want to eat. Now, imagine I decided to heal them up using the food just before this. I would come to this point and they would be hungry anyways. The hunger doesn't take in what it doesn't count if you healed up your party or not. It just happens. So, as I said, some things are not always as simple as they seem to be. Although sometimes I have to question if it's a game. From gameplay perspective, okay, I understand that you don't have to do everything logically if it proves to be a good gameplay mechanic. But from the logic perspective, it's questionable at best. Now, there is a trap here, and I have to check who has the best chances with traps. 25%, 40, 10. Let's hope it doesn't explode on me. It did. Of course it did. And here's just 1 HP. Of course. See, they're bad-mouthing each other. And she again jumped to open it. A picture. I do need pictures. So, now I can see in which room is the fight, and it's up here behind this another fight. Okay, there is 3 food, so I'll heal him up a bit so that he doesn't die in first round. Because yes, you need to get hit twice to actually get killed, even if the first one was a crit. But if the enemies are 4 and they're all going same round, they can kill him. And it's this awfully strong party again. So let's hope I can kill them fast this time. Oh, I can't. And as you can see, I did a party heal, but she refused to get healed. I don't want to deal 1 damage to each of them. I have no idea why these skills are not why these AoE skills are not doing damage in this dungeon. I hope it's not because of the recording, because if it is, I will have to report it to the guys who made the game, because it doesn't make sense. And I did crit, so yay. And every time you kill an enemy, your guy who killed him, or almost every time, will get reduced stress. But if he crits, if anyone in your party crits, everybody gets reduced stress. And it's really satisfying, I have to say. Also, these are humans, so they can bleed. And they are doing lots of AoE damage. But hey, I have AoE heal, so I can sort of counter it. Not fully, but sort of. Okay. And another dodge. What the hell? So, let's see what the game is about. I'll just finish the dungeon and then try to show you the town and what happens in the town after the dungeon.
Obliterated.
Nice. Okay. Let's just hope I can finish this fight in the room, although it will be a hard fight, I think, because there is a chest, as I scouted. So hopefully it will go alright. Perhaps, maybe. I do have some gripes about this game, but they are all mechanic centric and they are not really a negative thing. It's just some things I don't like as much as I would like to, and that doesn't make sense. So anyways, this game is anticlimactic. I will tell you that. It's a roguelike. Your people will die. It's a different kind of roguelike actually, because it's not like you have to restart your game all again and again. No.
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
It's actually more along the lines that your people will die, but if you are playing well, it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't
A
matter.
match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Also, she doesn't want to eat the food. There are also some issues with the game currently, so it's an early access, as I said. Take it fully. Oh god, no. It's this guy. I need to use these, but she's behind. I'll try to stun him. Stun. Okay. All is well. But I just might die to these two behind him anyways. So it's just wishful thinking that he stops it. Now, this enemy is large, and as you know, there are 4 slots in the party, but this guy takes 2 of them. So this guy is actually on the 3rd slot, and this guy is on the 4th. So I can't hit this guy with this because this guy is in the way. I think I will dispose of this one, or try to. I really should try to kill him because he kills me. Yeah, I did a mistake. I shouldn't have attacked this guy with her. I should have attacked him. Oh, that's good. Also, when there is some weird counting of the dodges on AoE stuff, sometimes only one person dodges, other times all of them do dodge. I try to keep him stunned because he can. He would be, if he crit it, he would basically kill everyone in this party. I am feeling almost confident today. And he healed himself. That sometimes happens when your hero breaks into being heroic. And she dies now. Oh, she doesn't yet. This guy is on 3 HP, so...
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
And I have to say that I really love the narrator. Not only his voice, but also the lines he's saying. It really fits the game a lot. Now, let's not get killed by this guy, please. He shanks her, and if he does bleeding, she could die to the bleed now. Let's hope she doesn't. And she breaks as well. She breaks into fearful. She might refuse her own heal now. She died to the bleed. Oh my fucking god! Second die to bleed out in this run. That didn't happen to me yet. I actually thought that you can't bleed out. Oh my god! I lost 2 guys. Then one was a new guy, but she was a healer. You don't get too many healers in this game. So let's open the chest, but not with her because it might be trapped. But I had a key still. So. Oh. I have full inventory. I can use something like this, and now go home, and 2 of my guys died, so that's a thing. No, my fucking god, why? But I gained a lot of heirlooms. I also have some portraits. Portraits are really rare. Now, after some of these runs, your guys will get additional quirks. Oh, that's blood resist. That's a good one. At least she won't bleed to death. So easily anyway. So, what do I think of the game? Well, you can hear it already. It's a good game. It's hard, I'll give you that. And there is mean stuff happening all over the place, like this guy losing 500 of my gold. And people bleeding to death, but it happens, and the game is good about showing it off, that it just happens. For example, I can show you this graveyard, and as you can see, I have lots of dead people already. And this Helion was great. She had so good quirks, but she was slain in a single round from full health. Now, why is she already here? Or rather, still? Yeah, you see, sometimes there is weird stuff happening. Wait, maybe it was written here. Let me see. No, there wasn't. So it bugged out, basically. See, this is the thing. It's in. Again, it's in early access, and the game is buggy. Do I have a healer for my main party? I do, so I can put this girl here. So what I'm doing here is that I'm giving them a stress treatment because they are stressed out, and I don't want them to be breaking in the dungeons. And if they had some break already, they would keep the break. Not the heroism, of course, but they would keep the break. So I need to get them healed up from the stress. Now, why do I have so many? This is why I have so many people. I need to have 2 groups at least, because after each single dungeon you need to put them to stress treatment. And it's just like it is. You can recruit new people, but they are level 0. There are many classes to choose from, and they are not all classes implemented yet in the game. There are 2 stress reliefs places. One is a tavern, the other is an abbey. you also have sanitarium where you can treat illnesses. Now just see if I place this guy here and try to see. I can access specific problems and click remove. I also pay for it, but he might get another quirk removed, and I don't know if that's a design decision or if it's a bug. Then you can have a guild where you can upgrade skills, but you have to upgrade the guild, and I need portraits for that, and they are really rare. Also have blacksmith where you can upgrade weapons and armors, which helps a lot actually, I figured out. Also you can't upgrade a new guy, you can only upgrade up to his level, so if everybody leveled up dies for you, you can't just man mode it. The new guys have to go through the pain of being low levels. They can't just use the upgraded stuff. Also you can buy some uncommon items. Oh, I need to show you items as well. So items here are not direct improvements. If you have items, it's good because you can choose. For example, this is a strong item because if I give it to someone who has bleeding skills, he will have higher chance of bleeding the enemy, but he will have lower crit chance. So, see, every single item has positive side and negative side, and that's what this game is about. There are no direct improvements apart from this, apparently. I didn't even know I had that, but it's grave robber only. And you basically have to decide which buffs you want or which stats you want. For example, if I had a tank, I would perhaps want maybe this, but he would deal less damage, but he wouldn't get debuffed easily. And this is exactly the opposite from what I have. Anyways, Darkest Dungeon, everybody. It's in early access. When it comes out, I believe it will be glorious, maybe even more evil, but it will be glorious. Thank you for listening. This has been Numerion. Once this comes out, I will try to give a new video out, but I just needed to get it out right now, because I love the game and I played too much, I think. See you next time.